Caitlin here again. And I did a couple serious videos tonight, so I thought I'd end apparently with dry, weird stuff on my lip. Ugh, sorry. Um, I thought that I would end the night with something lighthearted and kind of cool, or end this because I don't know if these videos will be uploaded like all in a row tonight, or maybe sometime in the daytime when I'm filming them in the middle of the night. Uh, it is holy 2:30 in the morning right now. Um, but I thought that I would, cause I mentioned them, and I don't know, maybe a couple of video vlogs, but yes, I am a 31-year-old who still collects and has stuffed animals. Now I don't have any from my childhood anymore. They all got either lost or ruined in the move, which really sucks because there's two especially that, well, there's a stuffed animal and a doll especially that I really wish I could have kept. Um, but I now I'm gonna introduce you to the ones I have that usually are on the bed with me. I have them on the floor beside me right now, so I can pick them up and say, "Oh, here's so and so." Um, and I have over in this direction. Oops. Well, that direction. Kind of over there, off camera. Um, I have two Furbies that are asleep on the table that were given to me by a good friend from high school. Because um, even though Furbies came out when I was a teenager, I couldn't resist them, and neither could my friend. And I had two of them. She had like 7 or 8 of them, and she still, I guess, kept collecting more. And she gave me one of the ones she had from high school, and one of the other ones that she had in her collection for keepsakes to, as kind of Easter gifts and reminders of our friendship. But I'm not gonna start those guys up because if I do, they'll never shut up. And I don't have any other stuffed animals that, or any other dolls or anything that talk or make noise. I just have the stuffies. So without further ado, yeah, I'll introduce the big guy first. Ugh, oh my goodness. Oops. And sit on my lap here. This, well, I'm trying to think of a better way to get him on camera. Don't fall on the computer. This, oh my god, he's photobombing me. I can't, then if I have him like over here. Okay, yeah, this is better. Maybe. This is Garrett. He is a big, huge, white teddy bear. Um, I think his head is bigger than mine, but now his body isn't as big as mine because I can obviously sit him on my lap. But he's a pretty big guy. He's like, let me show you his tummy and midsection and all that. As I lift him up and kind of have him over my head, he um he kind of, I know it's a weird way to show him, but um that's what he's like. And he is my number one numero uno sleeping buddy. Um, he has right here a big velvety red bow tie, a little gold kind of ribbon bow, and a rose. And he used to hold on to one of those like pillow heart things, but I wanted both his arms to be able to hug me, so I carefully, skillfully tore off the little heart thing, um, so as not to expose any stuffing, but to get the heart off of him so that I could utilize both his arms. And he's a great hugger, except one of his poor arms is squished from my head resting on it like this so often. Hopefully that'll get resolved when I wash him during the summer. He definitely needs to be washed. And as for the name, it took me forever to get his name out of him. See, I'm of a very like psychic and spiritually open believer, and a former friend of mine who had similar beliefs, but she also had a lot of delusions. She's another story for another video, but she believed that when you have a doll or a stuffed animal, that they actually have a spirit, or maybe part of a spirit that's inside of them that kind of, even though they can't use the animal as a living vessel like we have spirits and we can move around, but they at least have some kind of a psychic link. And so Garrett, it took him, I think a couple of years, because I got him in, I want to say, I forget if it was 2011 or 2012, sometime around there, because um, he was actually a therapy bear. He was a teddy bear that was in a therapist's office at my dad's work. He used to work as an alcohol drug treatment counselor, and one of the resident therapists there, they were moving office buildings, and she, I guess, apparently had, no longer had a need for that. So, one day he comes home with this big bear over, slung over his shoulder, and he says, "Here, I got you something from the therapist's office." And I was just like, "Oh my goodness!" And it took quite a few years of me not knowing his name until the beginning of last year, when I finally sat down and I was like, okay, I was in a good enough meditative state. It was a rainy day, and I was having him hug on me because I needed I needed a presence to warm me up and keep me from feeling lonely. So I said, all right, let's get down to brass tacks here. What's your name? And he said, Garrett. So now I've been able to recognize him by his name. All right, let's see who I pull up next. Ooh, I know who. Ugh. This, I decided to keep the character name, but this is Eeyore from the Winnie the Pooh series. Um, and he's held up in really good shape for, I'm surprised, for as many years. I remember getting this because my mom's favorite Winnie the Pooh character has always been Eeyore. Mine is Tigger. But I don't have any Tiggers. um, I used to, I think, but he was like a little small beanie baby one. But no, I think I used to have a great big one too. But again, lost in a move. Blah. Uh, so this is Eeyore, and the collection that they had in 1999 going on, because I think they had made like a new Winnie the Pooh movie or something, but they had a lot of theme of like butterflies and butterfly catching and butterfly nets. Because I got, for to remind a friend of me, I got her a small beanie baby Tigger that had a butterfly net that had like a butterfly on him. And this Eeyore, well, one of the threads of the butterfly almost came off. So I gotta be real careful that I don't knock the butterfly totally off his head one of these days. But it's a yellow caterpillar body with purple butterfly wings that's stuck to the top of Eeyore's head. And I just thought that was so cute. I had to get that for mom, and it lasted through um, it lasted through the two moves that she was there to move us, to move with us, and then it also lasted when my dad kept her around as a memento and a reminder, and then when he passed away and we were going through different things, um, the people helping me sort stuff out, they're like, "Oh, I found a stuffed Eeyore," and I'm like, "Oh my God, that's Mom's Eeyore that I got her." So now he's 9, and he definitely has a part of my mom's spirit, even though it's Eeyore and even though it's a he. I think it's in the butterfly. I think that's why the butterfly has held on for dear life for so long, even though losing a thread, because it originally had a thread in its back end. Oh no, that's its front end. Oh, okay, so its back end is attached, but it had a thread attaching its front end so that he'd stay kind of like this on Eeyore's head. Oh, well, I think the butterfly is a she, and it's definitely got to be holding a part of my mom's spirit. And the Eeyore, too, because, um, yeah. So that's Eeyore. He is a regular on my bed. I pile all my stuffies next to me in my bed. Okay, what else? This is a purple unicorn that I got at the state fair a couple summers ago when I was in Sacramento. Just, your ordinary. Now I come to find out they make a million bazillion of these, and it's like a run of the mill stuffed animal. Because actually, one of my friends here on YouTube has a unicorn just like this, but I think different colors, like turquoise or something. Um, but she called out to me, and it wasn't a prize win. It was like a guy just selling like random stuff. I call it a sympathy vendor, uh, for the vending of like, if the kid doesn't win a prize, you can like buy him something. And she called out to me and said, "Oh, I gotta have a. I'm not really much of a horse person, or I do like the Legends of Unicorns. I like Unipegs better, the unicorn that also has the Pegasus wings, but she's my favorite color. She's purple, and so she called out to me and said, get me!" And I said, "Well, what's your name?" And she distinctively said, "Princess Ariana." So I think her spirit has got a little bit of a backstory that I have yet to learn, but that is her. That is Ariana. Uh, let's see. Um, oh yeah, excuse me. I don't usually do that on my YouTube channel. Um, ooh, can't reach. Oh, there we go. 'Cause I wanted to show two at a time here. Now, they may look they may look the same to you because they are in essence the same, like big sized Beanie Baby bear. Um, but on this side of this one's party hat, it's got blue color, and on this side of this one's party hat, there's pink color that doesn't show up that great because the other colors are lighter. But there's pink color somewhere. So when I was given these bears, it was actually just a couple Christmases ago. Um, I had been in the terrible, awful group home that I was in, and really feeling lonely, being that it was the first Christmas after Dad had passed away. And I was made sure that I had somewhere to go, and met up with a couple of family friends, and they said Merry Christmas, and they handed me these two, and they said, we know how much you miss your parents, so these are Connie and Phil Bear. And I thought, oh my God, what a great representation, a way to have mom and dad. This one in the blue um, is represents dad, and this one represents mom. And what I did to kind of, because I said, okay, they called you Connie and Phil after my parents, but what are, do you have names that you want? And they, I think, kind of gave me that vibe of, well, pick out what reminds you of your parents to what suits us. And so, um, the this one I just named PJ, after my dad's first and middle initials, and this one because mom's middle name is Anne, and also Louise is a common name, middle name in the family, so she's Luann. So yeah, I have Luann and PJ, and so they are definitely there, embodying the spirits of my parents. And the last two I'm going to show you were um, my most recent finds that I got when I was in San Francisco last year. I wasn't in any kind of special store or anything. I was just in a toy store that was in a mall, and it's kind of a dreary, dismal toy store. After there wasn't a lot of big time selection. The one thing that they did have was about a million bazillion very cute, fluffy kitty cat stuffed animal figures, and they just all were, they literally, in my psychic senses, were meowing at me for attention. And I said, okay, one of you. I think I was torn between two of them, but in the end, this one is the kitty that decided to pick me. And the thing I love about her, she reminds me of pictures I've seen of a real cat that my best friend T has. Because she's designed with a calico pattern. I'm trying to show you not just her head, but all over her body. She's got markings and different things. Geez, Vanna White, I am not. Um, yeah, she's got all kinds of calico markings on her. And she was also designed with a little pink ribbon, which at first I thought was like too girly. I was like, bleh, but you know, she's the soft and fluffy one that picked me, and she is. Her name is kind of an exotic and interesting name. Her name is Emira, Emirah, and it's kind of like the name Amira mixed with Emma or Emily. It's Emira, and um, she is my good companion anytime I get sick. Like the last couple times I've had a cold, I've had her on my bed with me, and usually she kind of does like a real kitty and ends up being curled up on my side, and I kind of sleep with her like this. But she's a good kitty companion to have. That's almost, I miss being able to have a real kitty, and so having her around, especially lately, because I've been watching so many cat videos on YouTube. I'm like, I want a kitty, I want a kitty, I want a kitty, but I can't have one. And then she's like, you have a kitty, you have me. So that's Amira. And last but certainly not least, ooh, yeah. Oh, I actually found, well, surprisingly enough, because I've seen like mermaid Barbie dolls and mermaid like baby like hard dolls that go in the water and things like this. I even had a few when I was a kid. I had a couple Ariel dolls. I had like another singing mermaid doll. I had the whole shebang. Um, this is the first time I've ever found a plush mermaid doll. And oh, her hair is just everywhere. Her hair is outrageous. I mean, look at this. If I hold her upside down, her hair is like everywhere. And she doesn't mind being held upside down because that's actually, she kind of halfway fell off my bed when I was looking for all my stuffies to film. And I kid you not, I found her like this, clinging to one of the railings on the headboard, like with a little fin just upside down. So she doesn't mind it one bit. And she's got a jewel right here, a little fake, jewel, and her fin is just shiny and beautiful. It's got little scale designs, but you can't feel the scales. This is just like silky, silky smooth. I'm not sure if it can go in the water though. Well, this part probably could. But I don't know about this part. So I haven't ever put her in any kind of water. Um, but I play with her hair all the time. I'll like twist it up and do like little. I don't have any, hair ties, but I'll just kind of twist it up like this, or like practice my braiding, or do things. Well, she came with it already with these little things in here. I didn't do these. Um, she came sewn a certain way with her hair, so like some of the stuff I didn't do, she just came with it like that. Uh, Her name is Cordelia, but she prefers to be called Cordy as a nickname because the vibe I get from her spirit, she is just perky, 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 always on the go, like super crazy fun. Like, it's not like, oh, hi, I'm Cordelia. It's like, I'm Cordy! Woo! That's why, you know, 9 times out of 10, I'll find her with her hair like this, um, because she's always on the go, always having fun. And I've been trying to, because she's got a little beanie bag butt, and I've been trying to sit her up somewhere and kind of sit her like on my, on top of my headboard to watch over me, but then she ends up falling. So I gotta find a new place for her, otherwise she gets buried among the other toys. But yeah, that's my stuffy collection thus far. Um, I'm planning to get even more toys and stuffies to nurture my inner child and have as like a positive coping skill. And yeah, so because I started my stuffed animal collection actually quite a few years ago back, and I tried to reestablish it back in like '06 or '07, but unfortunately there were some, things that went on that I just, ended up giving away the stuffed animals that I had, and they didn't last through all the moves, and yeah, it sucks, but at least I got these guys, and they're a pretty cool bunch to have all piled up next to me when I'm cuddling up in bed for the night. And so yeah, those are my stuffies, and that's my video about them. I'm not sure what I'm going to do at this point. Because I'm not sure if I'm tired enough to be asleep or if I'm going to end up pulling an all nighter. But I'm going to go upload these. So, yeah, because this is my third video I've made tonight. So, I will talk to you all next time I make a video. So, bye.